Beautiful souls, you're welcome to my channel. Let's bake some chicken and potatoes. Don't forget to like and subscribe. So let's begin. We're gonna need, of course, chicken, and I went with some chicken thighs, the upper chicken thighs, and some chicken wings. I love chicken wings. So we're gonna need, of course, potatoes, and for the seasoning we're going to go with garlic, of course. I'm gonna add some garlic powder, and we're gonna need some paprika, and we're going to need some black pepper, and of course I've got some chicken seasonings here, and we're gonna need salt and garlic. You can add in as much as you prefer, and cooking oil. So of course I'm also going to need some lemon, and I'm going to be adding these mushrooms like 10 minutes before I finish baking. And of course they're totally optional, you don't have to add them. I just love to test how baked mushrooms taste. Okay, so I'm gonna start by preparing our chicken. I'm gonna make some little cuts here, but it's optional, you don't have to do this. I'm gonna set this aside and get my glass baking pan, of course, and we're gonna add our chicken into it. So yeah, I'm gonna set this aside, and then we start working on our seasoning. I'm gonna get our oil that was in the bowl. Then onto that I'm gonna be adding some black pepper, of course, and next is I'm gonna add some garlic powder, and then onto that we'll be adding our salt, and then next is I'm gonna add the chicken seasoning. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna get the spoon and I try to mix everything up. Okay, so I'm gonna get my paprika and we add it in as well. So onto that, next is we're gonna add in some cinnamon berry, or you can call it a curry powder, and then we mix again everything up. We're going to get our lemon juice, which is totally optional, and if you choose you can also go with fresh lemon juice. Gonna add it in again, we mix everything up, and our seasoning is as good as done. Okay, so next is gonna get our chicken, and we start to rub all the seasoning onto it, and we marinate everything, every bit of the chicken parts, and then we will be covering it and let it sit for an hour in the fridge. But you can marinate your chicken for about 4 to 5 hours or overnight if you want that. Yeah, I'm gonna be adding a few of it, and then I leave some for our potatoes. Then next is I'm gonna use my fingers and rub everything into the chicken. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna make sure that I cover every bit of the chicken, every piece, and I'm gonna set it aside, and then we get the potatoes. Yeah, for the potatoes we're gonna be cutting them into cubes. If you have smaller potatoes you don't have to cut them into pieces. Then we're gonna set them aside, and then we get our remaining seasoning, and I put everything into the potatoes, and then I'm gonna be again making sure I rub everything into the potatoes, and then I cover it. So here is a marinated chicken. All the ingredients have said in the seasoning. So you're gonna get the potatoes, and I add everything into the chicken. Yeah. Next is I'm gonna get garlic. You can put it as much as you want into your chicken. I'm gonna throw them in there, just scattering them into our chicken. And next is I'm gonna be putting this into a preheated oven, and I bake for about 40 to 45 minutes. Meanwhile, I'm going to be making a little bit of salads, just not too much, not fancy. So I'm adding some tablespoon of oil, of course, and I'm gonna add in the lemon juice. Just like I already say, you can use fresh lemon juice. Next to that is I'm gonna be adding salt, of course. I'm gonna be mixing our salt, lemon, and the cooking oil until the salt dissolves. So onto our dressing, I'm gonna add some cherry tomatoes. Love them cherry tomatoes. Went ahead and cut them into small cubes, and I added it into a mini bowl. Next, I'm gonna get some cucumber and onions, again chopped into small pieces, cubes, and I added into the salad as well. This was so delicious. Next, I'm gonna get the white pepper, but you can use black pepper if that is what you prefer, or you can even skip it. Next, you're gonna mix everything up, and our dressing is done. So here is the star of the day, the chicken and the potatoes. The salad was so delicious, went so well with the chicken. And I also added the mushrooms. You can see them there, added them in, and I definitely loved them. It was my first time tasting mushrooms, baked mushrooms, and I loved them. I will definitely be baking them often. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for always coming back to my channel. I appreciate you. Stay safe, stay blessed, and cheers.